back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, welcome! My name is Daphne and I post brand new home decor and DIY content every week, so if that's something you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join the Craftydusters family. So in today's video, we're doing something very dear to me, something I had thought of doing years ago, and since I recently moved into a new apartment, I was finally given the opportunity and the perfect excuse to do it. And I am talking about a wine cork coat hanger. Can somebody please tell me in the comments why this is not Pinterest viral? Because I can totally see that. It's budget friendly, sustainable, functionable, it gives a rustic vibe to your space. It certainly is unique and personalizable. Is that even a word? It's a clever and unique way to display the corks of your favorite or most memorable wines. Now, I'm using cork from wines I've had during my travels around the world or from nice memories I've had with family, and I will make sure to add a list of these wines in the description box, which might be a strange thing to do, but man, this Malbec, everyone has to taste that if they get their hands on it. So all you need to do to create this project is drink wine. And if you can't tell, we love wine on this channel. Now, I know what most of you are probably thinking, Daphne, wine cork is straight, there's no rough edges, no bumps to prevent your clothes from falling, they will just slide off. So stick to the end to witness the truth when we will test it out together. So all you need for this project is a piece of wood, some paint, a few screws, a drill, and of course cork. Now I'm using wine cork, but feel free to use champagne cork, brandy cork, whiskey cork, anything you like. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I took a piece of wood. I wanted its size to be 59 by 7.5 centimeters and 2 centimeters thick, and because I had some wood in the storage, I decided to cut it myself. So I made my markings with an L-shaped ruler to make sure they're nice and straight, and after I cut it with a jigsaw and then double checked that the sizing was correct. My markings for the screws that will sit on the wall on the left and right side of the wood about 3 centimeters in, and opened a hole on either side with my drill. And to achieve a cleaner and more expensive look, you would ideally want the screw heads to sit inside the wood so that they don't stick out. And to achieve that, I used the biggest drill bit and drilled just slightly the top of the hole, and make sure to do that on the side of the wood that will be exposed. And that's when my battery died, so unfortunately the other side wasn't filmed. When I was done with the side holes, I gave the wood a good sanding with my electric sander using a 220 grit sandpaper. And normally you can do it by hand, but the piece of wood I am using was not in the best shape, so I prefer to use my sander instead to make sure it was nice and smooth. So first I'm using the Luxen's Undercoat Primer for wood to prepare the surface for the color, and make sure to paint all the edges as well. Let that dry completely and then go in with the color of your choice. I am using a Vitex water-based eco paint for wood in satin finish, and the color code is LMA 871. It's a sort of olive green color, and it's the same one I used on the drinks cabinet I made a few weeks ago. And I went ahead and applied 3 coats. I find that's always the case with darker paint. Unfortunately, the camera does not capture its real color. It looks way lighter than it actually is. When the wood dried down completely, I went ahead and made my markings for the cork, and I am using 5 corks in total, so I spread them evenly, leaving a space of about 10 centimeters in between. And I also made sure my markings were in the center of the wood. This way, when I open the holes, they're all aligned in the center. Then I opened the holes with my drill, and after that I drilled an opening on the back side of each cork, or the side of the cork that would touch the wood, in other words, using the thinnest drill bit, and I did that so that there is less friction when the screws go in. realized I had to enlarge the opening of the holes at the back of the wood as well, so that the head of each screw wouldn't stick out, otherwise I wouldn't be able to put it up on the wall. And I did that using the largest drill bit size like I did before. I sanded the back of the wood where I opened the holes, and finally I attached the corks. Keep in mind that during this step you may have to twist the cork at the end to make sure it is nice and secure, and once you put it up on the wall you can go ahead and add some wood filler on the exposed head screws and paint them on top, but I actually like them because they go well with my mirror, so I left them as they are. So it's been a few days later and I actually decided that I need a clothes hanger for the bedroom. So I'm going to make exactly the same one. I mean the same idea, the piece of wood with cork, but I'm actually going to spray paint it white instead. I'm not going to use any base coat, I'm just gonna sand it down and spray paint it straight away. I'm not gonna show you guys the process of making the holes and sanding. I'm just gonna go ahead to spray painting to see how this is going to apply to the wood and how it's going to dry down. So let's go ahead and do that. So I spray painted this clothes hanger with the Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch in white, and that definitely dried down rougher to the touch compared to the green one, which is super smooth. So definitely something to keep in mind when choosing your painting method. Personally, I love how this one turned out, but I would have preferred a smoother finish, but that's just personal preference. Next, I went ahead and outlined with my pencil some super cute boho patterns or southwestern patterns I found on Pinterest, which will be linked down below. So I drew a couple of cactuses, a few geometric shapes, a sun, a leaf, and then I went in with some green and golden paint using a flat brush because I'm adding a few green corks on this clothes hanger, and I thought a pop of green and gold on the wood would be a really nice touch. Then I added the corks, and keep in mind guys, I drilled the holes for the corks before I painted the wood, which was absolutely fine, so you can definitely go ahead and do that before painting. Since you will already be using the drill for the side holes, you might as well use it for the cork hooks as well. Next, I put roadblocks on the wall and hung it up, and then I added some wood filler on the screw heads. Mind you guys, there was a splinter on the wood and I pulled it out and I removed a little bit of the color, but that's okay because we will be correcting that. I removed the pencil markings with my rubber eraser, and finally I went in with some white acrylic paint and painted the wood filler, and that completes the second coat hanger. honestly, I am obsessed with the result. First of all, can we all appreciate how quirky and cool this looks? Second of all, I love how you can see the stain from the red wine on the tip of some of the corks. And third of all, the green cork with the green and golden drawings. How well do they go together? Why can I see that selling on Etsy for 30 euros minimum? Now, I know I promised y'all in the beginning I will test it out in front of you, so are you ready? T-shirt, sweater, jeans, tracksuit. See, I told you, it's functionable, it works. Let's make this Pinterest viral, please. I think this would make a great addition in a modern farmhouse or a boho or even a mid-century modern home, and it would also make a great gift for the wine lovers. Such a thoughtful idea, especially if you use corks from their favorite wines or from wines you've had together. That would make it so special. Now, that was it for today's video. If you did like this video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It helps so much. Let me know in the comments down below if this is something you will try at home. Share it with your friends and family or those you think would enjoy this DIY, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Craftydust family for more home decor and DIY content. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!